We are underway now. The main event, Summertime Showdown. JT Dunn on commentary, calling the action here for a first-time ever matchup between New England veteran, the king of New England, Firebrand, Ryan, up against arguably the heart and soul of the RWA, Jack Conner, former Triple Crown champion, in pursuit to get his championship back. He needs a win here tonight over someone like the Firebrand, and that will ignite him, that will send him higher in the ranks. We saw his rival, his former best friend, Mike Rossi, defeat Ace Romero earlier, something Jack was not able to do. But right now we see him holding his own in the early stage of this contest against arguably the best professional wrestler New England professional wrestling has ever seen. The head trainer of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, training the stars of tomorrow. But he's here tonight in Providence, Rhode Island, here to teach a lesson in Jack Conner. Conner with a beautiful roll through. Counters into that wrist lock. He's got complete wrist control here. Had Brian Fury on a knee. In the switch, he allowed that Brian time to get back up, applying pressure on the joints, but leaving his legs vulnerable for a low ankle pick. Brian applying pressure on the toes. Brian is capable of single-handedly manipulating his body in different holds and different stretches and maneuvers that you probably didn't know existed until Brian has you in them. He has you on the ground. As soon as you start battling back, Brian possesses the ability to punch you directly in the mouth. Fancies the pop-up powerbomb into the branding iron, his variation of the Boston Crab. Conner looks to be fighting underneath, not a position unfamiliar for him. He's always been counted out. He's always been told he's not going to be able to achieve the things that he has his mind set on. But tonight he's here to prove everybody wrong. Baseball side to the legs. Arm drag release. Whoa, the kid getting one up on Brian. Brian exiting the ring. True veteran there, taking a chance to catch his breath. Back to a stalemate here. Collar to black up. Brian with waist control. Jack, beautiful switch there. Now in control, the rear waist lock. Brian looking for a counter. I don't think Conner gets enough credit for his ability to withstand punishment and his ability to come back from underneath. He's constantly in situations where he's down like he is right now, having his joints manipulated, having his body tossed and turned around. But as opposed to taking this as a beating or an experience where he can't learn from, it's a positive for Jack. He's constantly learning. Every second he's in this ring, he's learning. First time he had no way out of that toe and ankle. This time he finds a counter by getting to the ropes. You can see him shaking it off. Those simple twists of the joint like an ankle can dislocate the ankle and make everything very difficult for Jack. Jack needs momentum. When the match is at a faster pace and he's rocking and rolling, no pun intended, Jack is at his best. Brian is methodical. He wants a slow pace. He wants to break you down in front of everybody. Beating you just isn't enough. He enjoys being better than you. He enjoys embarrassing you. He enjoys taking things away from people. And right now we can watch him take away the crowning moment from Jack Conner. A victory today would be the biggest victory of Jack's career. He looks for an up and over. Brian, smart enough, doesn't go underneath, catches him with an arm drag of his own, and giving him the opportunity to get back to his feet. A quick exchange into the knuckle locks. Now complete control in that key lock with absolute control of the wrist, twerking it down. Jammin' Jack finds himself in another uncomfortable position here. Flat on his back where he has a chance to lose this match. But you see him staying active, constantly looking for a way to toss and turn, look for a counter, teach himself the wrestling he might not be familiar with. But Brian, very, very dominant. If he can't find a way out, he uses his brute strength like that right there to regain control. Tackle, Conner able to avoid with a drop down. Leapfrog, underneath counter, O'Connor roll, Brian rolls through, Jammin' Jack gets leg trip for one. The pace is picking up here. Jammin' Jack might have the advantage. Leg sweep of his own after an arm drag. Good for one. Arm drag for Brian. Absolute incredible sequences here in our main event of Summertime Showdown. Firebrand, Jammin' Jack, first time ever. Brian being smart, game planning, coming up with a situation. Where does he want to get Conner next? He's realizing that he can't out-grapple him because Conner is able to find a counter every single time. He's able to pick up the speed when Brian picks up the speed, and Conner's able to survive when the pace has been broken down right now. And there it is. You see a kick right to the gut, trying to take the wind right out of Jammin' Jack, but he slips out of it. Schoolboy. Uh-oh. Got him for the crucifix, rolls through a counter in his own move, into a sunset flip almost. A kick to the gut again. Brian slowing the pace down. Oh.
Easy, he's fragile.
Conner able to avoid the clothesline off the ropes, comes over, head scissor. Beautiful head scissor. Front drop kick takes Brian off his feet, putting things together now. Hip toss into a neck breaker. Cover, unable to hook the leg. I'm not going to say I'm surprised that Jammin' Jack has been able to keep up with Brian Fury right now, but I'm a little surprised. In the best way possible. It's been an exciting day here at Summertime Showdown. We've seen new champions crowned, underdogs be victorious. David Baker just caused an absolute mess here, and we're given this treat of a main event. Jammin' Jack, Firebrand, first time ever. Jump back, looking for the enziguri. Nobody up, super kick! That could be it right there for Jammin' Jack. But you can tell the offense Jammin' Jack's putting together, able to slow down the Firebrand Brian Fury. He's not able to capitalize on that maneuver like he normally would. Lifting for the body slam, Conner was able to get out of it earlier. This time into knuckle driver style. Only good for two. When you talk about heart and you talk about persistence and you talk about the ability to take punishment and keep on fighting, that's the story of Jammin' Jack Conner here in the RWA. Since day one, he's been considered somebody who is not equal to the rest of the roster. Yet every single time people have counted him out, he has fought back. He became the Triple Crown Champion only to have it taken away from him, earning an opportunity to go back for it, and the return of Mike Grassa took the championship out of his hands once again. His ability to defeat and overcome the high-class cartel formation with Rich Bass and Mike Grassa at RWA Legacy 9 has garnered him this high-profile match here in Providence, Rhode Island against Brian Fury. We stated that as soon as this match slowed down. Here you go, Brian. Brian seeming to be in complete control here at this point in the contest. The action is spilled to the outside. That'll make a man out of you right there. Official Tony P starting the count over. Brian able to break the count to deliver more punishment on the outside. Brian is a little unorthodox when it comes to the outside. He gets a little bit more vicious than usual. He likes, oh, that's gonna be a game changer right there. Brian loves backside suplexes onto the apron, but Jammin' Jack loves to fight. Here he is taking punishment and giving it right back to the Firebrand. Uh-oh. Big forearm, sending Brian back in the ring. There you go, capitalize. Ooh, only good for one. Brian using the ropes to find his way up. A kick right to the sternum. Takes the breath directly up out of the body of Jammin' Jack, and now he's back on the ground having to fight up once again. Brian with the underhook slipping from behind. That driving belly to back suplex. Shades of Eddie Guerrero. How to get that in there? The crowd erupting with Jammin' Jack chants. That's never going to affect the Firebrand. He's been in worse situations, in worse towns. You see him completely out of control, delivering these strikes with precision. But Conner landing a jab of his own. And now a forearm shiver, a chop to the sternum. Conner starting to put some offense together. He needs to make it count. This might be one of his only opportunities to be in complete control. There it is, looking for a cover. Brian able to get right back out of it. Brian able to evade the clinch from Jack Conner and pop him in the form of his own and put him on the ropes, choking him. Just another way to slow down Jammin' Jack. If the pace quickens, it's always going to be in Jack's favor. Right now, this is the type of match Brian Fury planned in his head to come in and have. He's going to have complete control and deliver offense that looks like that. He's looking for that neck breaker. Nobody home. No! It's Schoolboy into the bottom buckle and bottom rope. Fantastic counter out of the arsenal of Brian Fury. Looking at capitalize. Oh! Conner from underneath. Big clothesline. Takes Brian right off his feet. And we're right back where we started. This match is even. Conner able to get the boot up. Quarter roll, another freaking clothesline, taking the head off of Brian. Picking up steam, loves his pop over. Look, here it is. Dropping the leg on Brian. The crowd coming alive for Jammin' Jack. Now he's going to be able to start syncing that offense together. Put his combinations in the right place and take Brian off his feet for a pinfall. Brian counters with a bandera. Blocks a shot, back fist. Rebounds right back. Tornado DDT. Only good for two. Jammin' Jack 1 second away from defeating Brian Fury here at Summertime Showdown. Uh-oh. Here it is. Bryan able to counter with rolling through. Laces the head. Swings him around, looking for a neck breaker. Pushes him off. Oh, looking for the DDT double counter. That reverse DDT. The crowd very excited to see both of these guys.
I think it's almost over. I think it's almost over. Yeah, Frankie, the battery just died on hard cam.
Conner to his feet first, whip, reverse. Watch the Enziguri. Vintage Bryan Fury able to counter that up kick with an Enziguri. Hits the ropes. Neck breaker, there it is. Missed before, connects now. 1, 2. Oh. That's the heart we talk about in Jack Conner. He's able to take a beating and continuously fight back. There's nobody who is able to persevere in the RWA over all the years it's been alive than Jack. He is the personification of what the future of the Renegade Wrestling Alliance is. And Bryan Fury is guiding him right now throughout the biggest match of his life, the biggest test of his career. It's make or break at this moment.
Come on, bring it back down. Let's go up. 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 Let's go up.
Conner able to knock the Firebrand off the top rope. Looking for the stage drive missile drop kick. Counters it, branding iron. If he's able to get this in, this could be it for Jack. He's got that locked in, Jack in the center of the ring, so far away from the ropes. Crawling inches away from the ropes, able to get to the ropes. This match will continue. Official Tony B, complete control here. Nothing to jeopardize this main event. It will continue. We get back to the action. Now we're getting into that fourth quarter, that deep time period inside of a professional wrestling match, something that Jack Conner's not familiar with. He's never really been this far into a match against an opponent like Bryan Fury. This is where Bryan lives. This is where Bryan has earned his reputation to be able to close out contests like this. Running forearm by Jack, meets him at the ropes. He takes off. Bryan meets him with a forearm of his own. Able to avoid, keeps running, double ducks. There it is, that jumping Gary. Oh! Only good for 2. What does Jack Conner need to do at this moment to put away Bryan Fury? At an 8 count, Bryan just jabbed right to the face. of Jack Conner. Conner returns with an open hand strike. Another jab. These men leaving everything they have left inside of them in the center of that ring. Here in Providence, Rhode Island, Summertime Showdown main event. Conner putting things together, hits the ropes. Pop-up power bomb, no! DDT counter! That pop-up power bomb has put everybody away. Jammin' Jack, watching film, studying Brian Fury, knows he needs counters. Dropkick stage dive, sends Brian Fury all the way to the floor. In that situation, that's a best case scenario for Brian. Now he's not at liberty of being pinned or submitting in the center of the ring.
Let's go. Take these balls. 1. Jack. 2. 3.
Uh-oh. Oh! If Brian Fury is able to capitalize on that maneuver on the apron, this match is over. Connor's eyes are rolling in the back of his head right now as he's trying to regain consciousness. Here's the cover. It's like cradle reverse. No, only good for 2. Super kick. Jammin' Jack is alive. Pop-up power bomb. Looking to turn him. Branding iron. This could be it. This could be it. Jammin' Jack, this is your moment. Brian has the branding iron locked in tight. He sits all the way back, all of his weight on the lower back of Jammin' Jack, but the kid is fighting. Pulled back to the center. And he gives up. We see Brian Fury victorious with the branding iron. Jammin' Jack Conner, the match of his life just now in Providence, Rhode Island. Summertime Showdown main event. The first time ever. Brian Fury submitting Jammin' Jack Conner with the branding iron. What an incredible main event. What a way to finish the show here tonight. Thank you all for joining. Tickets are available at rwawrestling.net. And the upcoming weeks for commemoration on August 19th, featuring the return of Brian Malonis, the debut of Mistress Belmont, RWA Hype Champion myself, JT Dunn, Dave Cole, and Triple Crown Champion, Triplelicious. Thank you. Good night.
Judgment Step in my courtroom.